Let's go. I can't. You. Are you really? Oh. That's that Virgo thing. But order in the court. Hello.
Welcome. You got to pull this close to you. Welcome to Reality of Love, eh? What's so funny?
That we have on sunglasses.
We're cool, that's all.
I feel stupid. I'm just following Lenny.
Now, see, no one knows who put the shades on first until you just exposed it.
Sorry.
But then here's the crazy part. She decides to get up and go and get her shades.
Yeah. Because I thought we was throwing shades
So who's crazier,
tonight.
though?
Probably me. Because I don't even know the reason.
Hey, you know, I just wanted to do something different. You know, why do
I ain't wasting my lashes.
people... Yeah, there you go. See?
Here I go. I just thought
They're
about
really
it.
long, too, really long. Hey, look, I hope you had a great week. This is a program that we do every single Thursday night, and it's called The Reality of Love. It's basically an extension of Confessions of Love, and we continue the topic that we initially start in Confessions of Love and kind of carry it over and then go in a lot of different directions. But before we kind of get started tonight, I do want to say a very good evening and a big happy birthday out to our assistant on Thursday nights, Miss Ishay White. Who's from New Jersey.
All of 21 today. Sorry, I'm
21.
sorry. My birthday's Monday. I'm hooking her up. I don't want to put her out there like that.
I hear you. Well, look, no matter how old she is, and she is old, enough. Look, we would just wish you a very, very happy birthday, many more blessings, and happy birthday to your mom as well. Pretty nice how parents this time. You know, when their children is born and it's close to their birthday.
I know. How does that work, though? Y'all both Pisces.
I have no idea.
Good? That's manipulation on manipulation. Who wins?
You dated Piscean men?
Actually, the Piscean men aren't manipulative. Actually, Pisces are pretty good. I've been pretty good with Pisces. They can be a little clingy, but they're pretty good. The women are manipulative, though.
Oh. Yeah. Wow. Talking about throwing Piscean women under the bus. That was...
Okay.
Right, you throwing shade.
But in a good way. I mean, they're not vindictive manipulative.
You said the women are manipulative.
The women are. All my Piscean women friends
happy birthday,
can...
love you.
I said that.
Yeah, after she said happy birthday and she was 21, she waited for the diesel bus to come by.
Aw, she put herself out there. Okay.
Look, you know what? A quarter century is a very great accomplishment.
Yes,
There's no
it is.
guarantees in life anymore. You know, there was a time where you were young and, you lived to be old. But, hey, look, there's just as many young, people making transitions as there are older people. So I say appreciate every birthday. Don't take life for granted, no matter how old you are, and hope that you can get to my age. If you get to my age, you're on a good path at the end of the day. So, hey.
And still act half his age like he
Most
does.
definitely. You know what? I come from my mama's 88 and she has a young soul.
You don't understand.
So I come from a lineage of great women and people, great men who have lived
She outspunks you, Lenny.
fruitful lives. So, look, my mom can outhang
Yes.
any person, including you.
She really can.
She can outhang you.
God
Trust
bless
me.
her.
And the only thing my mom wants is a little rum and Coke. That's all she wants.
Captains and Coke.
A little rum and Coke. She's good. But God bless you. So
how was your week? Before what happened? I'm seeing Instagram pictures. I'm seeing Charlie Baltimore. I'm hearing Rosie Perez in the building.
Let me
What
explain.
was the rundown? Who else was up in here?
No, that was it. Next week is going to be kind of filled. I can't really reveal because I'm still waiting for a couple of confirmations. But so Vito.
Charlie was kissing all over this right here.
And it was well received.
I know it was. I saw the pictures.
So, look, I didn't know it was all, I was being set up. Gossip Viv was on it too. Because
She set you up.
Well, evidently, Quay, who is my assistant on Wednesday nights, she's real cool with Charlie. And we've been trying to arrange a photo shoot with Charlie for a minute.
Okay,
cool.
Cool.
So hopefully I'll be in that photo shoot very soon. And that's going to be turned up, that's for sure. But aside from that, Vito starts talking to me about Girl Crush Wednesdays. I'm like, Girl Crush.
Okay, that's cute.
Right. So I was open for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it just so happened that I was strolling through Instagram because sometimes when I'm crazy throughout the course of the day, I don't get a chance to kind of, keep up with who's posting up and then like their pictures and stuff. If you're on Instagram, you know how the process goes. So I saw a picture of Gossip Viv and Charlie Baltimore earlier. So I'm like, oh, she's in town, So I started talking mad mess to Quay.
Okay.
So she said, well, you need to make her your Girl Crush Wednesday. Like, so I got the breakdown what Girl Crush. So for the fellas that are watching this, I'm starting this new thing as of yesterday. So every Wednesday, whatever celebrity Girl Crush you have, we're going to post it up on a social network.
That is so cute. I loved it.
I want to get the fellas involved first, and then ladies, I'm going to flip it your way.
They're going to post you, damn it.
I doubt that.
They're going to post you every time.
I doubt.
Let me see how many Lenny Green posts you can get.
I doubt that. Now, if I was on a Denzel Washington status, you might be right, but I'm not to his status.
Right.
So we're going to start with the fellas first. So, fellas, I want you to post up your celebrity crush on Wednesdays, and I'm going to do the same. So last night was Charlie Baltimore.
But it was yours. You started it off, and she was yours.
I started off, right.
Okay.
Little did I know I was being set up, and Charlie Baltimore comes into the studio. So
hot.
First.
That's dope.
So I start, I like to talk mess. I'm from Brooklyn. So I started talking mess with my assistant, and then Gossip Viv came in here. So she's like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine, but I would have been better if Charlie Baltimore came in here, right? So she said, oh, really?
Look at your face.
And she goes outside, and she comes in with Charlie Baltimore. I'm like, oh, man. So, look, I'm a very hard person to surprise, extremely hard. I'm on top of most things. But that got me. Yeah, so that was nice. That was nice.
So is she going to come back and sit down and talk?
Yeah, you know what? And she came at the right time because I was in Confessions of Love, and she had a lot to give.
Oh, she's... Okay, I have to go back and watch that then.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, you can't watch it. We didn't bring, because it was a surprise, so we didn't even bring out the cameras.
I really like her.
No, she really had a lot to give. She's a nice Leo freak, and she has the official Quiet Storm all-purpose towel, and she said she was using it to wipe off or wipe somebody else off. So I'm like, we're good. So
the blessings for Lenny. Okay.
They, look, the blessing is just to be here every day to do what I love doing.
Yeah,
that's the blessing for me.
Yeah.
And everything else that filters around it, filters into it, I am just thankful.
A bonus.
It's a bonus.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't like what I do. I love what I do. It's a big difference. But look, the reality is, at the end of the day, I've worked on jobs. I've been a bike mechanic to selling rugs to working at Burger King.
A bike?
I used to know how to assemble bikes. I didn't say really fix them, but I know how to assemble them.
If you know how to assemble a bike, you know how to fix it.
Yeah, I mean, it may take me it's been a long time, Indy, since I did it, but, I don't have any ideas. But if I was to ever have to make, put together a bike for someone, I could definitely do it.
I want to get a bike.
Okay, well, there's a person who's working at the place, wherever you get the bike from, they can assemble it for you.
Okay. It costs money. Why would I pay somebody when he could do it?
Well, that's a nice segue
I'm just saying.
into one of the topics. I mean, I want to continue to deal with our topic tonight, but I'm going to put another topic on the table in a little while that has to deal with money and women and the man of their dreams. So I'm going to get to that in a minute. But I think we should continue
with the topic tonight.
With the topic for the moment.
All right.
So the topic tonight is: do you really want to know? Does it really matter how many sexual partners your significant other has had in the past?
I don't need to know how many.
Okay.
What I would like to know, though, is maybe your history.
What?
Your sexual history. So,
like, we have done it at, or
no, just like how often did the partners?
Appetiters?
How often?
I'll let you finish.
Well, no, I need to know that because I need to see if we gonna want to eat all the time at the same time, every day, all day.
Are you once a day, twice a day?
I can do once a day. Okay, this is the thing. I can do once a day, and if you're not that sexually active, I'll settle for 5 times a week. I will compromise.
Oh, so
but if I had my way, like my thing is, if I'm attracted to you and it's great, I want it every day.
Once a day, every day?
At least once a day, every day. At least. But I think you should have sex like you take showers.
Well, that's every day.
Every day, and maybe twice and 3 times a day.
So you take a shower twice?
I take a shower twice a day.
Even in the winter?
I take one in the morning and when I go home at night. Absolutely. So you should have sex like that also. Because you can have sex in the shower. There's no excuse.
That is great. Yeah, that's a good one.
My point is, I want to know your sexual history because I need to see how many different partners you have in a span of time. That's what's important to me. Like the change up is important. Not how many, just like three different people like every month, or you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
if the person is single, I mean, I'm not saying you're promiscuous and you're just jumping from tree to tree.
That matters though. I think that is promiscuous. I think if you just met people and you're sleeping with 3 people, you just met them, you're sleeping with them, and then the next month you got 3 new people, I'm gonna need to know if that's your style.
I got you. Okay.
Because that's a pattern. No? All right,
Vito.
chime in. Oh, shit.
Can we get that call that's on hold?
Line 4.
You could call in if you like, 1-855-453-6694 if you'd like to engage. Shamir?
Yes, hi.
Hi, sorry for the wait. Thank you for being patient. I want you to say hello to Indy.
Hi, Indy.
Hi, Shamir. How are you? That's a pretty name. I like your name.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm calling about the topic at hand.
Right.
I don't think that it's anyone's business to know about past experiences. My main frame would be the here and now, and if everything is in good health and good faith. You know,
Right.
I would want to know the health status because you want to get serious with someone, you want to marry them, and you're not going to use protection, and you may want to have kids, so you want to make sure that you have those grounds covered. But who he screwed, I wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter to me.
I agree with her.
Yep.
It doesn't matter to me either, Shamir. What you have done in the past before me is in the past, and that's the way it should be.
What if it was an hour in the past before meeting you?
A what?
Okay, so what you've done in the past before you. So
Right, definitely.
Like,
I just
what if
want to
it's
know,
soon
like,
in
while
the
you're
past?
with me, everything's going to be okay. You know, you don't want to really pick up anybody's dirty laundry or anything in that sort. But with me, I'm just very down to earth like that. It's like everyone makes mistakes.
No, I agree. But, let's take what Indy just said for a minute, but let's fast forward 6 months or 90 days. So chances are, not for everybody, but for some people, 90 days, if you're really trying to be good and you're really following, quote unquote, the rules of how you date and what you should or shouldn't do, you're not having sex immediately.
Okay.
Right.
So if you met somebody new, but prior to you meeting them, they were involved with 2 people sexually, 90 days before you met them. I mean, well, a while before you met them. And
Right.
now you're not going to engage in sexual activity, hopefully not.
No.
Especially unprotected,
Right.
upon you meeting them. So you really kind of you kind of have, because even if you did tests, you went to the lab, they may not, I mean, I know you have OraQuick these days, and you're supposed to have the results like in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I don't know how, they say it's pretty accurate, but I don't know how accurate.
The clinics and the hospitals use Oracle.
Recommended. Right. So, but aside from that, I mean, there are other STDs that doesn't pop up so quickly.
Right.
Exactly. And you know what? Some STDs like HIV, AIDS can be dormant. And it can be dormant for 10 years after contact.
That's
and even
crazy.
longer.
That's crazy.
And it hides in what scientists call the NK cells, which is ironically the name natural killers. That's what the cells are called. And it can hide that long with no symptoms, and you can get tested every day 100 times over, and it won't show until that 10-year grace period is up. So it is a lot to think about.
It is.
But, however, it's like as long as you did your part, you were a clean person and you went and got tested and the results showed negativity and what have you, and that person is, respecting themselves, respecting you, and if something comes up, it's just all in God's hands. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You are
You're
100%
But
correct.
it's really not anyone's business what someone did in the past before you. It's not. I give everyone a chance. Everyone deserves a clean slate.
True.
Hmm.
Thank you for the call, and thank you for sharing it with us tonight.
Yes, it was so nice speaking to the both of you. Good night.
Oh,
Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
It's so scary. That is just so scary.
She brought up a fact that I didn't even know. 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years?
10 years.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
I should have been married.
Yes.
a long time ago.
Yeah. Honestly, marriage is the safe. Well, it's not, but it is the safest bet of.
I mean, yeah. We're living in a different animal kingdom these days.
Yeah.
And you know what? The standards are different. And here's the standards. There's a double standard for men and women. And I just realized this upon talking to a couple of people.
I heard you speaking to some
because
gentleman about something.
think about it, fellas. If you've had sex with 50 women, right? And you found out, now you didn't tell your partner. You didn't tell your partner how many people you had sex with. This is like you're playing poker, so this is the card in your hand, 50. And yet your partner is forthcoming with information, and she shares with you that she slept with 50 dudes.
In her lifetime?
In her lifetime before
Okay.
she met him.
All right.
Right? He may have a double standard to her from that point.
Okay.
Knowing damn well he may have slept with the same amount of people that she has.
Okay.
But because she's a woman, it's not acceptable. It's an imbalance. Where men, it seems like it's much more acceptable to a degree of a person sleeping with more than several, or so many people. No?
The ladies are going to hate me for this one. But I actually don't mind that double standard. And maybe it's because...
Really?
No, I don't.
You expect a man to be experienced well enough and slept more?
Because of what our body types represent, because I'm made to bear children, my body means something different to me. So my thing is and I'm not, please, I'm not saying I'm perfect. My standard was when I start forgetting who I slept with, that's when I know I need to stop. When I can't write down
You don't
the
remember
names and I don't right.
You waking up with people you don't really
And
know.
I'm like, oh,
right. Yeah.
oh, right. So,
That's crazy.
but I think women need to be on a pedestal when it comes to that. You should, but you're not, and you're different. Your makeup is different. You can sleep with someone and keep it moving. We get emotionally connected. There is a chemical released in our bodies that attaches us emotionally without sex.
Yeah.
You can just spend time with a woman, and that chemical is released. I'm not sure the name. I will look it up. And that means something.
Endorphins?
I don't know. I don't want to say and give the wrong answer.
No,
but and some women think that that's love. That's that in love feeling, and it's not. It's just a chemical because we're attached to you, so we can bear children.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So I do think it's more important for a woman to be protected and protect her heart and protect her body and not put it out there as much as men, because our makeup is different. So I don't mind that double standard.
Well,
that's just me. But that's just me, ladies. That's just me. I'm not judging you.
I mean, I've always been selective and particular in who I slept with.
Right.
You get stereotyped and then you get made fun of sometimes because you're a guy, and I guess maybe women think that every guy is the same way. So I was always particular. I'm not a saint by no means, but I didn't just jump from tree to tree.
Can you still put them on a piece of paper? Like, okay, so this is the thing. I don't know when you started having sex.
Let me have some more tea.
Let's say every 10 years after you were 20. Let's say that. Can you pretty much write down and
Everybody
remember who? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That means it's not that many.
Right.
You lied.
No, I mean, no. Well.
Okay,
yeah.
Is it over 50?
You know what, Mindy? I'm going to be honest with you.
Mindy? Who's Mindy?
I
That's
said
what.
Indy.
No, you didn't.
I said Indy.
Your,
I said,
your
you know what,
lips
Indy?
went,
No, because you know what? I had
Mindy's
some gum.
one of
I don't even know.
Mindy's a
you
chick.
Know, I don't even know Mindy. I know Mindy and Mark, the TV show. I don't know any other. You're closest to a Mindy that I know. Indy.
Over 50 or not?
I was going to say, Indy, that I never really taken out the time. And when you were just going through what you went through.
When we're done with the show, we're going to write down.
Wow. I don't.
Can you do it?
I think I can do it.
I think I can. Vito, why are you shaking your head?
Because Vito can't do it. Oh.
I can't do it. You always take the opportunity to try to throw me under the bus.
I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. Man.
Always. It's all good.
I didn't.
This is so interesting.
Look, Vito and we've been working together for a short period of time.
7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
That's a marriage.
That's a great number.
That's common
but
law.
I don't know, and just like Vito doesn't know, he doesn't know about my past like that. So.
He don't want me to know his past. But I have an insider that tells me all the time.
He does not have no insider.
What you trying to hide, Lenny?
I'm not hiding nothing.
Look at you hear his voice and went high.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hide nothing.
The bottom line at the end of the day is I have been really open and transparent, even on this show, about a lot of things. So you guys can kind of get an idea. Look, I'm a seasoned man,
Player.
so obviously I've done some things. But
He's
Player.
barbecued.
barbecue.
So your mother's calling you.
Your mother, to get the lies. Don't try to run. Keep on. As a matter of fact, put her on speaker so we could find out. I can still write down. I can pretty much write down everyone.
Not me. I'm sorry, I can't.
Wow.
How many people online you said?
Mama Green should have been on speaker. That would have been fun.
Are you sure he wants to talk about it? Ben.
Okay, Ben.
Ben?
Yes, hi.
Hi, are you calling to talk about the topic tonight?
I am.
Ben, I want you to say hello to Indy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing well.
I'm good.
So what's your thoughts on this, man?
My thoughts are it wouldn't matter to me for the simple reason of if I was to really focus into this, of how many people she had before me, it might turn me off. So I would just keep on focusing and moving straight.
See?
I wouldn't want to go backwards.
It's a double standard. Right. I get it, brother. That's why I don't want to know. Whatever she
I don't
did.
want to know because it would turn me off.
And why would it turn you off?
Yeah, because that would be a distraction to me, because that would be on my mind. And here I am, I'm thinking about the past when I should be moving forward and not going backwards. I just should have known about that stuff because I wasn't with you at that time. So it's not my business.
And you see her in a certain light, and she's precious, and she's on a pedestal, and she's someone that you're respecting and want to put in a particular position.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's how I think about that. Yeah.
But Ben, let me play devil's advocate. On the flip side of the coin, you could have had just as many people, if not more. But is that acceptable to you?
Well, it would be acceptable to me, but I mean, I don't know if it would be acceptable to her. So
Sure.
that's why I would just, like I said, I would have to keep on moving forward. But if she asked me, I would tell her. But, I would try not to tell her. But, if she asked,
I get it,
I
man.
would, but I would just keep on moving forward.
Sure, I get it. Wow. Hey, man, thank you for the call tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, Ben.
I think the
Have a
safe
good one.
answer,
You too.
the safe answer is just to say, I don't know. So it's a lot.
Wow.
But
I don't know if that's the same. If you
That
tell
is
a
the same.
woman,
I
if you
don't know.
fellas,
I
you tell a
really
woman,
don't.
look, I don't know. Oh man, the question marks, and
Okay.
she's just going to be like so, I think, annoyed.
Come on, really? It's not. Realistically speaking, it's not going to be 10. Okay, and it probably won't be 15.
Okay, so if a man said to you, Indy,
I think 100 is safe.
I've slept with over 2,000 women.
Oh, jeez, no, that's too much. Because
See now you judge me. I could be the right guy though.
And it's not even. Oh God, your penis is dirty. It's not that. You know what that is?
Oh my God.
I know some of these women.
You know some of them.
I probably say he lives in the New York vicinity and it's 2000.
No,
Chances are I know
no,
some
no,
of the women.
no.
6 degrees of separation.
I'm going to get her right now. He has a stamp passport. She's big on men who has, been around the world and
Oh, so if it's out of the country?
Oh, yeah. It's out of the
Okay,
country.
then we might be okay.
Oh,
Because the chances are I might not know him. But 2,000 is a lot.
It is a lot. That's not me. You know? No.
The dynamics in this room right now, just the timing is perfect. Yeah, 2,000 is a lot. That's not me. Vito looked over. Vito? Nothing.
Yeah, there should be more than one camera. See, you just have one camera facing us.
We really
there
do.
should be another camera going that way, too.
We need 2 more cameras in here. 2,000 is a lot.
Get the money up.
That's a lot.
I think 300 is a lot. I think 100, 150 is safe for me.
You're over 200, aren't you?
Hell no! When I get the time to do that. I've been in relationships like all of my life. Mainly I can honestly say from age 16.
You started at 16?
Oh, having sex?
Oh,
Is
was
that
it
what
younger than that?
I was hot in the ass. I was 15.
Ooh, a year.
Well, it would have been quicker, but I was waiting for my girlfriend, who was a Pisces, who manipulated me and made me wait. Yes. But you know what's so funny? My first partner was my friend.
The Pisces made you wait?
She made me wait. Shush your mouth. The thing is, we grew up together. He was like the guy that you know from next door, and my mother loved him. Like, yeah. We literally grew up together, so I was safe. I had a great experience. That being said, I've been in relationships. I didn't really start dating and like thinking sex was fun until I hit like 26.
That's when you got your first whip?
Yes. Yup.
Wow. I'm going to leave that alone. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes, that's when I got my first whip.
Got it. This is the reality of love, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what we do.
They be trying to throw me under the bus.
This is what we do each and every Thursday night, and I really appreciate you locking in with us. This is Indy Smith, and I'm Lenny Green, the host of The Quiet Storm. And behind the scenes is Global Vito, and on Thursday nights we have Miss Ishay White with us. You don't see them, but you might hear voices that come out of other mouths, and you're just like, well, where's the voice coming from? So I'm just kind of giving you a full panoramic understanding of what's in the room. And who's in the room, for that matter. But, okay, so.
I can't wait to write this stuff down. This is going to be interesting. At least with me and Lenny.
It's always an interesting moment. And, last week we had Charlie Red with us and Miss Gina Lee. And we appreciate them coming by. Expect more special kind of guests like that as we do these kind of shows like this. And also, just moving ahead just real quick, I'm putting together some Quiet Storm live shows. I'm not going to reveal where it's going to take place yet because we're still kind of working out the final details of it. But last year I took off and we did not get a chance to do any live shows. We did it the year before. So I want to definitely do some live shows. I would love for you to email us, though. Reality of Love Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
At gmail.com. Indy checks them.
Yes.
I don't really check them, but Indy checks them. But what I love for you to do, if you have a location, because we're trying to start up now that the weather hopefully is coming around the curve after these next storms that we have, and become better. We want to start up, the Reality of Love Relationship Forum. Reality of Love Confessions of Love Relationship Forum. We did one in December. Unfortunately, it was a snowstorm. So we really didn't have a great turnout, but we had a phenomenal panel lineup.
That was
phenomenal panel. Tashira Simmons, Mama Jones, Cheryl Pepsi Riley,
DJ Bentrock.
DJ Bentrock, and Dr. Elisa English. And you say, well, DJ Bentrock. No, DJ Bentrock did not play music. He really is a psychology major, and he really gave a wonderful presentation and some wonderful thought to what we were doing and the topics that we covered. So we want to, Indy and I want to, as we move forward into this year, we want to kind of do some more of these. So whether you're
around the country,
yep.
Bring them.
So if you're watching us in South Carolina, North Carolina, Atlanta, Florida, let us know where you are and leave us your contact information, because what we will probably need to do is pick your brain a little bit so we can kind of dissect some things and kind of work out some things. But we would love to bring this definitely around the country for sure.
I think it'd be dope in Atlanta. Ooh.
Oh, Atlanta would definitely be on fire. And obviously, we would love for you to connect with us. So connect with us on our Facebook page, which is Reality of Love. And how do you know it's us? Because there's a few other Reality of Love names up there.
Oh, we're in the picture.
Yeah. That's all you got to do is look, remember our faces, and bang, we're right there. You got and like our page, and feel free to always post up comments or suggestions and or topics that we need to cover. But you can go to realityoflovelive@gmail.com and give us all your information as much as possible. And engage in conversation with us whenever you can.
Absolutely.
So, you know, this week has been pretty interesting with Hollywood couples.
Oh, yeah.
I think on Monday night, before I got on the air, it was just revealed that Robin Thicke and his wife Paula Patton were in separation.
Okay, but that's just separation.
Okay.
That's just
Well, I mean,
legal separation or just separation?
well, it kind of everything kind. According to, by the time we get information, we don't know exactly what channels
Right.
that most people have been down, and I should say allegedly, just to cover myself.
Okay.
And a lot of things, and then it's so funny because then I was walking by a newsstand and I saw a tabloid, which I really avoid, but it was so timely because after I saw that, then I saw this tabloid, a name I'm not going to mention, and they named several other couples that were in the process of going through separation, allegedly, or divorce, allegedly. And one of the couples was Janet and her husband, and even Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon.
No.
Yeah.
Alleged. No.
So,
I like them.
so I mean, it is what it is. But here's my thing, though, because you ladies always looking for the guy who's flossing.
Here we go.
I'm going there. Flossing, he has riches. You're impressed by what he's spending on you. You're getting everything you want. It's okay. So these folks have money. There's no question in my mind that Janet has money and the guy she married is a billionaire. Right? So money's not the issue here.
Right.
So my thing is, if you met someone who can give you everything in the world, would you be two things? Happy and content? And my answer to that is no. So that means you're getting involved. You're impressed by a guy popping bottles. A guy has a nice house. He has a great ride. He's giving you what you want. He's flourishing you. He's taking you out shopping. But are you happy at the end of the day? And if happiness boils down to materialism, then I question your happiness and I question what you really want and need in life. Because if that's not making you happy and you want the guy who has everything, you want to be, and look, I get it though. I get it. We all want, ladies, you should want a man who can definitely take care of a family, take care, be a provider, great provider. That's our role as men in relationships. But there's a lot of women out here, and I hate to say this, and I'm not trying to throw younger women under the bus, because there's a lot of old women too who go under the same guys. And that is, you know, they're just sold on the guy who has the S-Series Mercedes as opposed to the guy who has the jalopy, or the guy who has a pickup truck that, you know, that's not overwhelming.
Is the S-Series nice? I don't know.
S-Series is a very nice series of Mercedes in terms of cars. So that's all well and fine. It's just like that movie, what's the Tyler Perry movie?
Which one?
By Myself.
I Can Do Bad by Myself?
I think.
Taraji? With Taraji P. Henson? That one?
No.
Is that it?
My dude who played the president. Blair Underwood. Remember when Blair Underwood played this big real estate?
Yes, and he was beating the chick.
And was beating the chick.
Yeah.
She had everything, right? He was giving her the world, but he had insecurities, and he was beating the chick. Or was it Medea's family? I can't remember.
Yes, the reunion, something.
That's what it was?
Yeah, he got so many of them movies.
I know. I love Tyler Perry.
Shout out
Productions.
to him for his talk show.
Whose talk show?
Tyler Perry.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's coming.
Oh wow, that's gonna be deep.
Yep. I think in those cases, the women, I wouldn't say attracted to, maybe were comfortable being with the men with money because they had money. It's like you're in the same circle. So I'm not counting your coins, but I know you have them, so it's not about me. I know that there's no there's not going to be any level of insecurity in our relationship in terms of the finances, because you have your own, I have my own. You're not worried about me getting yours, and I'm not worried about you getting mine. So I think that's maybe how the connection came about on that, in terms of that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy, because...
So why are people settling for the wrong things then? I mean, or why do they allow themselves to get involved? Because from what I've read was that he really didn't want her,
which
is
talking
real,
about? What couple?
to Janet.
Okay.
Janet and her husband. He really didn't want her to make any more public appearances, and obviously be at home. Meanwhile, he would be traveling around, obviously making business
I wonder
deals.
if they had this conversation before they got married.
Well, that's what. Yeah,
like that
same
has
here.
to, because I mean,
A level of expectation.
and I respect all religions, and I think a man with his background would expect her to automatically just be a wife and not. But then, that being said, you it just doesn't make sense. Why would you
marry her?
Yeah,
Because she's a renowned superstar.
but she's always
singer.
gonna be that renowned superstar.
Right. She's a
she's
Jackson.
never not gonna be Janet Jackson. Even if she chose to stop on her own, when she goes out, she's gonna be Janet Jackson. It's just it comes with the territory, just like whatever comes with your territory. So I think there are compromises, and maybe he was unwilling to compromise. And why should she compromise? But I think they should have to really discussed that, because
that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's like if I fall in love with someone who's Jewish, I have to convert to Judaism. That's just a standard that they have, and we need to discuss that. Okay, I have to give up my Christmas. I have to you have to discuss that.
Well, obviously, communication is not being enforced in a lot of these situations.
Was their issue? I don't think money. Well, no, I don't think money was their issue. And I'll say this: the more money you have, the less in touch with reality you are, unless you are Okay, there's two sides. If you're raised with money, but you're taught to always give it away, your perspective is different in terms of what money represents. If you're not raised with money and you acquire it and it's new money and you work hard, you have a different respect for it. So sometimes money can really cloud judgment, I think, and it's not the money, it's the comfort that the money brings. Because if you're too comfortable in life all the time, you're really not in touch with what's really going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if we're two people and our salaries, let's say, are $100,000 a piece, that's not a lot. We might be able to splurge and have somebody come in and clean the house.
Yeah.
However, we might not want to do that because we might want to take that and use that towards vacations. So we're in a place of a mindset of thinking and budgeting and considering certain things. If all you know is I never clean my toilet, can you imagine the other things you don't get to consider in a day?
Right.
So you're not really in touch with what matters in life. Like, I don't want my nanny to pick up my kids. I want to pick up my kids. I might bring the nanny along. Or I don't want my assistant to meet my husband to drop something off for me. I want to meet my husband and drop it off. He's my husband. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't think people are really happy when they're having money and they're hooking up with people, because how can you really know how happy you are unless you go through some trials together?
Right. No, you got to go through trials and tribulations in order to test the strength. No, he's not laughing at you. In order for you to test the strength of the relationship, you have to go through trials and tribulations. Otherwise, right?
You do.
No, I agree.
So I don't know. I think, ladies, money's important because you got to pay the bills, but it's not everything.
It's not everything.
It hides character sometimes. Money will hide somebody's character.
Like I said, now, because they haven't been married for a long time, right?
2 years.
Wow.
But maybe they've been together for 3 years and been married for 2 years. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Neither am I, and it's not my life with Janet, so I don't really care. But the bottom line, I know it's a short period of time.
That's so sad because I was really happy for her.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm happy for anybody who finds the ideal person that they would like to grow with and stay with until the end of time. I'm a fond believer in the institution of marriage, and if you find that flame, if you find your twin, matter of fact, it's not even a soulmate. I'm learning some new things. It's your twin flame.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, you research it, Google
Twin
it.
flame?
Your twin flame.
What
if
is
you
that?
find your twin flame, this is the person who is the one who will be your soulmate for the rest of your life.
Do you think? Really? Like
you have, to my understanding, the way it was explained to me is that we meet a lot of people who we are in rehearsal with, or we're in practice with.
Okay.
They could be make-believe or makeshift mates, but it's not equivalent to your twin flame.
And do you think no matter what happens, do you get them in a lifetime? Or
Supposedly,
no?
yes, but
No
sometimes
matter
not.
what?
Right.
Oh. I mean, and does
Lord
that...
knows I haven't met my flame.
No, I was going to say, and so, okay, so,
No,
and then how do you know?
Well, I think there are certain characteristical breakdowns that's why I want you to Google it.
Okay.
To identify that person and sets that person aside from anybody else who you've ever met.
Oh wow, who told you? Is this Lloyd Strayhorn? Did he
No,
tell
it
you
wasn't.
this?
It wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't. Actually, I'm going to bring the brother on. The only problem is, it's very hard to get him by this time of the night. But you know what we'll do? We'll have him on the phone, and that's a WBLS personality. His name is Imhotep Gary Bird, one of my mentors.
Oh.
This brother is deeper than a sea, and he will impart wisdom and awareness like you never even heard before, because that was like
flame.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that. I've been practicing some like past life regression, and in one of the regression sessions, I visited a lifetime, and I came across maybe a twin. It felt like a twin flame, but I don't know if he's here because it was a past life. But I was, so.
See,
We'll get
Indy is
into-
into a whole new different arena that I don't even know about. I'm not going to even expose half of the stuff that Indy.
I'm very spiritual, and
yes,
Lenny knows. Like, I'm in school.
That's why I'm moving away from you.
Whatever. I'm in school, and my study is psychology, but it's psycho-spiritual. So I believe in past lives, and
Do you believe that spirit lives?
absolutely.
Flesh.
This is gone. This is just so we can function here, but
Spirit.
no, absolutely.
So there's a thing that's kindred spirits.
Yeah.
Can you identify that for us?
Well, I think kindred spirits aren't just, it's just not like a lover thing. It could be, you could have a kindred spirit with your grandparent, just your ancestors. I have spirit guides. I was just showing spirit guides. I was just showing Vito one of my spirit guides. That's a long story. Trust me. But yeah, and we help each other out. Like, I think this is the thing. We've been taught as a society that time is from here to here.
Okay.
Instead of just this. And so we're all connected. We really are all connected. We all have a purpose. And the world would not be different. I mean, the world would be different and wouldn't be the same if you weren't in it. You are here for a purpose. You make a part of this world that is needed because you're connected to so many other spirits. So, yeah, I do believe in kindred spirits, and I believe in soulmates. Not necessarily one. And a twin flame, I could see that. I could see where there is one person on this earth that you're tied to fulfill a purpose.
Right.
I don't think it's just to get get the ring, and no, it's deeper than that. It might not be pleasant. It might not be a pleasant flesh-wise relationship. They might have issues, but you're here to support them on that. And I believe that.
And speaking to Rosie Perez, shout out to Rosie Perez.
Perez was here. Love her.
She has a brand new book, actually, that's out. It's a memoir book of her life and the trials and tribulations that she's been through.
Wow.
And you're hearing a lot of media outlets expanding on the problems, or I should say the argument or the imbalance between her and J-Lo. Now, Rosie explained one thing to me, and I get it, because she says she really didn't like how the media kind of took that story and obviously put two Latinas against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously certain things were said back in the day, whether it came from Rosie or whether it came from J-Lo. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, when we're living in the day and age that we're living in right now, anything that where we have verbally came out and said it and it's been documented, then you kind of have to hold yourself accountable for certain things, because at the end of the day, media wouldn't have been able to take it and run with it if it didn't happen. Right. So, and if you're writing about certain things that has happened, then obviously media will be media. And what I try to do is kind of go against the grain of media, even though this is my lane. But I go against the grain of media by simply giving people a platform
to tell the truth,
to tell their side of the story. That's why we bring in some of the reality stars. And, they may be controversial. They may be imbalance to you, but you're only seeing a piece of their lives played out on TV. So I'd just like to give a wonderful platform on my program and inside of Reality of Love, a chance for us to just get to know who the person is, because we're very quick to judge. Yeah. We judge a book by its cover all the time. And, obviously we're taught, and some of us have been taught not to judge people. Right. But it's a given, and it happens all the time.
So there was an issue with her and J-Lo?
Yeah, there was an issue. What's been written and what's been exposed is that supposedly Keenan Ivory Wayans, when she was trying out for a Fly Girl position in Living Color, that Keenan wasn't really open and willing to take her. Okay. But she remembers J-Lo as a very beautiful lady with a big butt. And she felt that, she needed that chance. Okay. And she was the choreographer for In Living Color, Rosie Perez. Right. So she, according to the story, she, convinced Keenan to, get her. And he said he would accept her if she cut her hair and lost like 20 pounds. And she did. And obviously, J-Lo became a Fly Girl. However, when she became a Fly Girl, rumor has it that she allegedly started to badmouth a lot of the girls, including Rosie. So Rosie kind of stuck up for her to kind of get her in there. Mm-hmm. And so she felt that, there was a backlash. She also goes on to tell about her relationships with so many people in a relationship in her life, two of which she said, Puffy was a great guy, always treated her respect. She said that she knew that he was always going to be famous because he spoke it into existence. He said that he was going to be a millionaire. He said he wanted to do certain things, and she met him early on. Said her kindred spirit was Tupac, and she said they had a nice, and she said that he treated her with respect. A lot of stories come out about Tupac, rest his soul, but he said they got along great. They had the same kind of personalities, and bada bing, bada boom. But she developed some kind of post stress,
post-traumatic stress syndrome?
There you go. Yeah.
Really?
And based on her trials and tribulations and going in and out of orphanages as she was growing up. So
okay, like abandonment.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So it's a really good book.
Nice.
It's in stores. It's online. Get it at Amazon.com. And Rosie Perez, baby, she's doing her thing, and I know she's going to be she's working on a new movie with some folks. So hopefully we'll see her next year, and I'll let you know ahead of time if she should come back. But really nice, really down to earth person.
Cool. I have a question for you all. I mean, I could be wrong, but if you were in, Ishay, if you were in a position where you had like just a male friend, just a male friend, and he saw that you were about to be attacked, maybe verbally or physically, and he came to your rescue. That's a good thing, right? Okay. So I'm attacking the mean girls right now who are like too old to be the mean girls. I mean, I watch Atlanta Housewives. And I'm really disturbed because I saw one person put their hands on another person, and the friend came to support her, and everybody's attacking her. And shout outs to Kenya Moore. I happen to actually like Kenya Moore. What'd you say? What did you say under your breath? Right, it was exactly. So
A man did what?
snatched her arm. To secure what? There's nothing to. Hi, Rich. Well, I'm just. I have to speak out on it because I think that's horrible. I think if anybody puts their hands on anyone and they're being defended, you don't blame them for a melee because no one has the rights to put their hands on anybody.
So I mean, I didn't obviously see the episode.
So the question was, would it be inappropriate for a male friend, to defend a woman if they saw that they were being attacked?
It would be appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Or woman. Yeah.
No, that's not.
That was one of my girlfriends.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Oh. There was a person who actually posted up something on Facebook regarding our question tonight. The question tonight was, does it really matter how many sexual partners your significant other has had in the past if you're with them now? So just Nina Norris says, yes, it does matter to her. And I want to know if they were all women.
Oh.
Don't trust nobody these days.
All right, girl.
Wow.
Hey, like I said, I don't need to know the number. I need to know how different the partners were and how often.
Well, according to this, you may need to know the sex, too.
Like well, the thing is, people can lie. People might not feel comfortable actually telling you. But just knowing that I want to know that will put in your head, oh, she actually cares. And shout outs to, what is his name? You took the paper away. Weems. Like, and some other people called up and said the same thing. You know, going out and getting tested together is important because that says a lot about what you feel and think about yourself. You know, like you putting it on the table and saying, let's go and do this means I care about me. I care about you. And the past may matter. The past may matter. So we need to like clean up and make sure we're okay before we go any further.
It matters. Yeah, it definitely matters. Especially if you seriously thinking about spending the rest of your life with a particular person. And
you got to wait 10 years to find out if you're okay.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Man,
that's
crazy.
Twitching right now?
Yeah, I'm twitching. That's crazy.
Woo,
10 years? Jesus, I remember the first time I had an HIV test. Man, that was a dreadful moment. Like you're like, oh gosh, oh, did I? Oh God.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, but why? And I want to research that. Why? The doctor's in the house, Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob Lee.
Why will we have? Why? Okay, so the chick said it can lay dormant for 10 years in the K cells, and those are the cells that fail or whatever. So
for HIV.
So why 10 years? Why not 11? Like, why not 9? Like, why 10? Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob Lee, come over here, brother, so everybody can see.
Everybody's different. You know, your T cells may be a lot stronger. Your immune system may be a lot stronger than the next person.
Oh.
I think it's an individual thing. So it can be sooner or later, depending on the individual.
Okay.
But they just come up with a basic
number
time frame. Yeah.
Wow.
The doctor.
And the doctor.
Yeah.
He's about to make a house call in a little while, so make sure you lock in with Dr. Bob Lee. Starting every Sunday night, Monday morning, 1 o'clock, but Tuesday through Friday he's on at midnight, right after the Quiet Storm. So he holds you down and he's filling your musical prescriptions, and he makes house calls. So ladies, I guess how can they make sure that you make that house call?
I take my hat off at the front door, first of all. I don't have this hat on, only because it's cold outside.
Oh.
But if you tune in right after the Quiet Storm with Lenny Green, then everything happens from there on out.
The doctor is on BronxNet TV. Can you tell me about your new Instagram thing?
Yeah, we're on each and every Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a live show. You were on there. We talk to artists. We talk to community-based organizations. Sometimes a public advocate comes on. We have an elected official. Up-and-coming artists come on. It's open. It's a show called Open, so it's wide open to the public.
Yep, and you actually display the artists and give them a chance to perform as well.
Sure.
And it repeats itself.
It does. It comes on. It plays all week. But the special thing about playing or talking about a community-based organization is that when we play a public service announcement on TV or radio, you hear like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, or maybe a minute, up to a minute. But when we talk to them, they're on for like 20 minutes, 22 minutes. So they get a chance to
full perspective.
Yeah, give everybody a chance to hear what they're all about.
But it's sidebar. I want to just give another opportunity to tell us about the school, because you just I think today was the opening ceremony for a school that you guys embraced, and you actually developed a radio station for kids.
Yeah, we've been working on the station for about a year and a half. We finally got it built. Still working on tweaking, but it's for the Frederick Douglass Academy uptown in Harlem. So if you go to 365 Live and you punch up FDA, you'll hear some music in the background, but that's music that we just put in there. That's not the full programming of what the school's going to be talking about and doing.
And what's the grades?
Well, that's a high school there. That's the old IS-10. Shayla went to that school back in the day.
They had that school built back in the day when Shayla went?
The school?
You know what?
I'm
not in on this.
Shayla,
I'm not in on this.
I'm just hanging out.
I didn't know they had those kind of schools back in the day when Shayla was going.
Uh-oh.
But it's a wonderful opportunity for students to get a chance to learn how to communicate, present themselves, and even if they don't get involved in radio, Lenny, communications is important to take all over the world.
Public
any
speaking
kind of job.
is important.
Yeah.
It's really important. Nice.
The doctor's doing some big things in 2014. I applaud you.
With you. We applaud you. Lenny, the Quiet Storm number 1.
Thank God. Thank you, Doctor.
So much.
Appreciate it for
Thank
making
you.
that house call.
Thank you for the
You can help me get up off of this knee.
Hey, look, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight.
Yes.
But thank you, as always, for being a part of this and being right here with us. Next week, we'll turn it over a different page and get into... Now, next week, we'll be into March. Can you believe it? Saturday is March 1st. And shout out to all the beautiful ladies. March is Women's History Month. And I think for the remaining time of March, I think we should try to come in. I'm going to charge you, because I know you're so much involved with everything. And plus, she's in school, so everything is right here. It's not in the back of the head. But I want you to, if you don't mind, I want you to let's highlight a renowned woman, whether it's past or present.
Okay.
And her accomplishments.
Nice. Okay.
Cool.
What do you mean? Like, you want someone to come in? You want to talk?
Well, we could do that, or we could just acknowledge them.
Okay.
And let people, whether
like one a week or one a day.
Well, I mean,
a new one a day, a new one a show.
Well, definitely on Thursdays, because that's when we're here.
Good night, everyone. It was so nice
Have
speaking
a
to you. We're going to make a list now.
Oh, yeah. We're going to make a list and find out. And we'll have Vito included on this, too.
No, we didn't.
And find out. We'll find out how many things are happening in our lives. Have a wonderful week. Like I said, connect with us on Facebook, Reality of Love. Hit her up at It's Indy, right?
Yeah. Twitter is at It's Indy. Instagram, It's Indy Online. And
I'm at Lenny Green, and of course, Global Vito is Global Vito. Oh, Twitter, Global Vito HH. Until next week.
Heavy and hard.
Until next week, have a great weekend. Thanks for locking in. Appreciate you.